And now I would like to give the floor to Emma Prinz from International Relations and Regional Studies program to speak on behalf of all master's graduates.
Hello, everyone. I'm very happy to be here today. It's really nice to see all of you and everyone online. I can't see you, but I know you're there, so hello. I'm here today speaking on behalf of the master's students. And apparently there was some unanimous vote that I should be the one giving this speech. I was not involved in this voting procedure, but I approve. So yeah, I'm very happy to be here today. And you probably all expect me to talk about how we all came here 2 years ago with all these hopes and expectations, and then Corona ruined them all. So I will talk about this because I think that it's pretty insane if you think about it, that we were the last master students who start here, who had no idea what was going to happen. We had no idea what Corona was. I mean, we would think of Corona, the beer, of course, but we had no idea that there would be like a deadly virus going around. So yeah, we had no idea that we would have to consider ourselves lucky if this virus would only affect us by messing up all of our plans and interfering with our academic life, our social lives. So yeah, we had no idea, and we came here 2 years ago, and I remember we had many expectations. Some of you already knew Tartu and the university, but a lot of us, like my fellow international students, we had no idea. We had all these expectations, like I, for example, expected the second biggest city of Estonia to be a bit bigger than Tartu is, even though Estonians have assured me many times that actually it's really big, and Tallinn is really, really big. But okay, yeah. So I'm happy actually I was proven wrong about many of my expectations, because I also did not expect Tartu to be this warm. And I was going to say, not in terms of temperature, but I'm going to take that back today, because I really did not expect a 33 degrees graduation ceremony. And also not necessarily warm in terms of strangers being very talkative and smiley towards you. If that happens in Estonia, I think you should probably run. But no, just kidding. But I meant that Tartu is warm in terms of it's very cozy and it's very small but big enough, and it's very full of lights like these days, but even in the winter, and it's full of students that kind of keep up the vibrant spirits of Tartu. So yeah, I was happy that my expectations were actually proven to be wrong. And I also had expectations about Estonia, not just Tartu, and what it would be like. I don't know if other fellow foreigners also Googled what Estonia is like to live in for foreigners. Don't do it, don't Google it. It's pretty depressing, but actually it turns out that I have grown very fond of the Estonian way of doing things. And of course, there's not just one way, all Estonians are different, but I like this approach where you're like, why should we have small talk if we're strangers, right? What's the point of it? Why not get to know each other better? Why not only ask how someone is doing when we truly care how that person is doing? So yeah, I really like this approach. And actually, it reminds me of my colleague who gave me a book, which said that the author said, we Estonians, we are like ogres, like Shrek, because we live in swamps and we value our privacy. And yeah, like Shrek said, to quote him, that we are like, ogres are like onions, we have layers. So I think I like this approach of, you know, having layers and getting to know each other layer by layer. And yeah, I like this approach. I hope we can like export some of it back to our home countries. That would be very nice. And yeah, so I was proven to be wrong about my Estonia assumptions, Tartu assumptions, and also about the Schutte assumptions about the whole program, because obviously none of us knew what was waiting for us. And I think for all of us, the past 2 years, all of us master students have been very different experiences, because Schutte gave us a lot of freedom to do what we wanted. So some of us went abroad, some of us stayed here. We had different courses, different specializations, different thesis topics. If you look at our topics, I think most of us turned around our topics like 360 degrees, comparing it to when we came here and what we actually produced in the end. Yet I think that's very, very nice that we have all these different topics. Some people focus on topics very close to the core of our programs. Some of them focused on very different and unique topics. And I'm sure that Eki Berg wanted us all to write about de facto states. I'm sorry we did not, but I think it's a good thing that we put so much work into it, and then in the end had such a nice result. We defended our thesis and we all made it. And I think that's something to be proud of, because a master program is not a piece of cake, definitely not during a deadly pandemic. So I think we did a very, very good job. And of course, we couldn't have done it without all the lecturers, the supervisors, the academic staff, and the support staff have really helped us. And I want to say thank you very, very much. And to the rest of the master students, I want to say kudos to us. We did it. It was hard. It wasn't the easiest 2 years of our lives, probably, but we made it. And yeah, I think we should be proud of ourselves. So congratulations and thank you.